Hi, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you to another weekly market forecast with Yemi Olaleye. I'm a market analyst at FX Pro, and this is another weekly market forecast for this week, which is covering for Monday 11th to Friday 15th of May 2026. Let's get into it, starting from the fundamental outlook. By the way, last week was not bad for us on the community, and of course, we're looking for greater things for this week. On Monday, 11th of May, we have no high impact news at all. On Tuesday, we have on US dollar, which is covering for the core CPI, and that comes up 1:30 p.m. Nigerian time on Tuesday. On Wednesday, we have US dollar coming up again. That's same 1:30 p.m. Nigerian time on PPI. On Thursday, we have the bank holiday on CHF. We have Great Britain pounds coming up on GDP, 7 a.m. Nigerian time. We have French bank holiday on Euro and also German bank holiday. And 1:30 p.m. Nigerian time, we have US dollar core retail sales coming up as well. And so far, so well. The high impact news we have for this week on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is basically US dollar, and it's 1:30 p.m. Nigerian time, majorly. On Friday, we do not have any high impact news going forward. Quickly, let's move into the technical analysis for the week and let's see what we've done so far. On the weekly time frame perspective of the DXY, let's see how it's going. We've been looking for more buy momentum on this since the price has been giving a buy energy, and all of a sudden we had a sell. Fundamental analysis and breaking news around the globe back and forth also attributed to that. But currently, when we look at what this is saying, we're seeing the price tapping back on the daily demand zone, which is sitting right here at 97.842. And that is not a news. This is the third or fourth time the price is actually bouncing back into that range. And my projection remains bullish on this. Particularly, are we still expecting more bullish momentum on this for this week? Yes, I will still be waiting for this bullish momentum. Otherwise, I'll be looking for when the price will eventually take out this low. That is when my buyers will be shifting for a sell momentum, and it will be for a while, because if that should be the case, it means the price could be heading directly into the weekly demand zone, which is right below the current market price as well. And the monthly demand zone is also somewhere around here. So as you can see, we have a lot of things right there on the chart that suggested that we'll be looking for more buy going forward. Currently, right here, we have more of a range and we're looking for more bullish momentum to extend. So the price gets to around this price level at 104.16. And that is the DSY outlook for this week. So to cut the long story short, I'll be looking for more bullish momentum on the XY going forward for this week. And quickly, let's check out what we have on the Euro US dollar. Euro US dollar was a fantastic one for last week. What do we have here? On the weekly time frame for last week, we have a significant momentum that pulled the market to a bullish side of the business. And of course, we were expecting more sell momentum on it before this happened. On the daily time frame perspective, we have that momentum ring back into the previous daily high. And that was where the price got stuck for last week, Friday. And that was sitting on 1.1784 currently. On the 4 time frame perspective, if we look at this and we have to squeeze the chart, you can actually be looking at, okay, let me do that on the daily time frame to see more insight on that. We could actually be seeing that is it possible for the price to create an inverse head and shoulder pattern, which is just looking like this. Now we could be looking for more price reaction till the price gets here, because we have something like that here with this pattern. Well, it looks like that, but I won't be going for a buy right now because of what I'm looking at on the DXY. Only if DXY have to go for long-term bearish momentum, well, I'll be looking for more buy on this. But currently, if I'm looking for buy on the DXY, this is what I'll be looking out for on the Euro US dollar going forward. So right here, I'll just be waiting to see the price. If it's going to tap above this level and close just below it, just like this, if this is going to happen right here for the week, this is what I'll be expecting for this week. And then I'll be looking for an opportunity to get into this range in the future. So that'll be my projection on 4 time frame on the technical outlook for Euro US dollar. On the Great Britain pounds US dollar, starting from the weekly time frame analysis, we have a bullish ride for last week too. Though we're looking for more service, what we have here on the technical outlook with this is looking bullish, of course, because it's like we have an inverse head and shoulder pattern, which is likely like looking like the price will actually get here, but I won't be looking for more buy until the price breaks above here, above 1.3659. And on the 4 hour time frame perspective, what do I have here? And this is another beautiful trade we had last week. Let me say that on the 1 hour time frame, I gave out this call for a buy on GBP US dollar during the week, and you can see on Monday we had that, and the market actually moved into that range. On Tuesday, we saw the market pulled out of that zone completely, and that did over 127 pips in the market. So it was a good one for us. I'm taking it out now because we don't need it anymore. And this is where we're expecting to see more momentum on the 4 hour time frame or 1 hour time frame or 2 hour time frame. I can't remember where we got it. I think this is 2 hour time frame on the Griffin Pound shares dollar. Now the price is surpassing it. So I will be waiting to see how this is going to happen and how this is going to close above or the for the breaking of the new week. So let's see how the markets work open. Then we'll have more insight on this. Currently, it looks a bit tricky, yes, because on the daily time frame perspective, it looks bullish, and with what we've seen here, it's like we're ranging out of this zone. So let's wait for further information on this one particularly. But ideally, it looks bullish on the daily time frame perspective, and with what I saw on the DXY, I would not be going for bullish on it. So that's why I said it is a bit tricky. That is Griffin pounds US dollar. On the AUDUSD, if you check out the weekly time frame perspective, we are already in a zone where we're looking for supply, which is a favorable gap zone on weekly time frame perspective. And with that, therefore, it means we're looking for out price tapping into this range and give us more sell momentum. On the daily time frame perspective, do we have something like that? Price actually tap into it, but it's giving back and forth energy, right? And I won't be looking further for any buy right here. If I have anything to do with this, I'll be looking for more sell on it right there. And on 4 hour time frame, it makes more sense because on the 4 hour time frame, it gives me an opportunity to see where I'll be looking for a buy momentum. So if this actually sold down, like if it sells down rather, it will do about 300 pips into this range. And this is where I want to be seeing more sell momentum on the AUD US dollar. So my projection on this one for this week, I'm looking for more sell going forward for this week on AUD US dollar. On NZDUSD, starting from the daily time frame perspective, if you look at this too, it's giving a vibe like we're looking for more buy momentum to complete the thing. But right here, if you really check it out, we do not have any zone, a neat zone we're looking out for right there. This void entirely has been completed with all of this bearish momentum, grab liquidity, up again we go. And it's such much of a range. On Wednesday, it's really pumped well because we have, excuse me, we have high impact news that came up on NZD, which was favorable for NZD. And then we had that bullish momentum. But going forward for this week, what are we looking out for? Well, I've analyzed this on Friday when I was talking to my community. I said I'll be looking for more sell afterwards because I'm expecting the price to tap into this range before we have a sell. And with that, therefore, I want to see the price breaking out below this low right here. And if that will be happening, that means we will be looking at a sell momentum that is going to give about 170 pips on average. So with that, this is my projection on NZD US dollar for this week. Let's see how price unfold and we'll talk about this again. This is USDCAD. Also, it moved well as projected because I was expecting to see more buy. And when I see the buy, I want to see the buy getting into this range. See my projection line, get into the range, bounce off a little bit again, smash above it, then retrace into it and continue buying to get into this 4 hour zone where we'll be looking for a sell momentum in the future. And look at what the price has done so far. So all through last week, price took time to play out as I've projected. It has actually gotten into the range. It went down little, then it smashed through it. It came back into it, and now what I'll be looking for is very simple. I'll be looking for more buy from here going forward. So if I were taking this out, that means this will look like this. It's already in that range, right? And then looking for more buy till the price gets here. So far, so well. This is my projection for this week on the, excuse me, on the USD CAD. So without wasting time, let's go straight to the next one, which we have right here with me. This is USDJPY. And of course, you know what happened with the USDJPY. JPY actually had to come up a little bit fundamentally to start making their currency look better. For that, over time, we may not be seeing USDJPY looking bullish as USDCHF and USDCAD like before. Now we could actually be seeing a different correlation strength between those three currency pairs. But let's go. With this void we've seen created here, all I could be waiting for is more bullish momentum to the price gets here and give a sell opportunity. So my projection on that still remains the same. I'm not backing out from my bias and I'll be looking for more buy on USDJPY. Though it you can't really tell more now because of the strength of JPY, but regardless, this is the structure we're looking at. Let the fundamental comes and let's know that we bow into the fundamental. But currently, this is what I'm looking at right here. So this is a demand zone which we already look out for, I think, on the daily time frame perspective, which tapped us for this buy and back and forth. This is not a clear structure. On 1 hour time frame perspective, let's see if we have anything that is reasonable around there. Nothing, nothing. I will just be looking at it. Excuse me. Only if you want to see the price tapping into this range for a while and sell a little bit. And of course, I expect it to be tapped out again, which is right here. So this is the only thing that looks a bit different in all of this, let's see English. Look at it. So this is what I could be saying, right? But going forward, this is 1 hour time frame regardless. I don't have much to do with 1 hour time frame. 4 hour time frame is my really thing. So I would look forward to see more of that reaction on the 4 hour time frame perspective. I want to see how the price get into that range and give us that momentum afterwards. And that is just what I'm looking out for, right? So this is the USD JPY outlook. This is how it looks like. Okay, on the 1 hour time frame, this is what you'll be looking for. Then on the 4 hour time frame, this is what you would be looking for. So on the 4 hour time frame, I won't be interested in seeing whatever it is right here on the 1 hour. You get me? I don't want so much charts here, but I have to leave it that way. Okay, let's go. USDCHF. It smashed through the previous week entry, which resumed last week for a buy. Currently, it has been smashed, but then it has done significant movement into that range before it smashed, like over 50 pips thereabout, which is somehow small, but not small for intraday traders anyways. So I'm taking that out, taking that out. We'll be looking forward to more buy in the market. As you can see, this is the level I want to see energy. I want to see more buy energy from, and I'm taking out everything anyways. So with this now, still looking for more buy, bullish momentum on this one particularly, get above here and give us reaction of this level. So this is my projection on the USDCHF. If you check the daily time frame perspective, let's see what we have on the daily. Oh yes. Before then, I think on the daily we could be having something for a little bit. Let me show you. We have a zone here, okay, and it looks good. That's sorry, it looks a bit better if we could wait. If price could actually dump into this level before we have a buy, it looks so nice. So, I let me go down to 4 hour time frame perspective. I don't want my exactly. This is what I'm avoiding. So basically, it could actually be like this. The price could still play how this way. All right, this is the 4 hour time frame, right? But then let's see how the price reacts with this zone. This is a daily demand zone. All right. There is another block around there, this level. So this is a daily zone. Let me just put it there. This is a daily zone, all right, daily time zone. So this is a daily demand level. And with that, if the price is able to sell more, about how many pips in total? Sorry. If the price is able to sell about 60 pips or 65 pips in total again, so this middle point, I'll be looking for more buy. Once the price sells into the level of this middle point, I'll be looking for more buy right there into this zone of about 0.800, which is a psychological zone. So that makes it safe. So for me, I'm looking for a bit of more sell on USDCHF. That's what I'm saying. USDCHF, a bit sell before the buy. Actually, market can open with a buy, no problem. But if it gets here, this is what I want to be seeing a sell momentum from. So that means my sell energy will be right here. Anybody can check out that I believe you can see. You can see the price structure, you can see the price label. So the entry point is around that 0.88 psychological zone, stop loss just above it, 0.8018, about 20 pips to the entry point and take profit. Well, I'm looking for more buy right there. I think this should be enough. 0.7839. Let's see how that goes first. But definitely we're going to talk about this again before the week runs out. Global 10 pounds JPY, not interested in talking about this. I told you JPY is really onto something, but this zone I gave it out. Excuse me, I gave this zone out long time ago. The news came, is scattered it and it went above. Later on, it went straight back into the level and did a little bit of buy of about 290 something pips currently. And this is what the price is saying. I don't have anything to say about this. I'm not interested. And global 10 pounds AUD, I was looking for this as a bullish momentum, even while the price was here. And currently, the price has sold again back into a demand zone, which we want to buy from over time. That was a long time ago, and currently, that's what it's showing. So, I'm looking for more buy over on it. On the Great Britain pounds Canadian dollar, I gave out this structure and this call on, was it Thursday or Friday? I can't remember. Said it's going to buy, and this is the level I want to see the buy to get it. In fact, since last week, I've given out this level that this is where we should be expecting the buy to get into. So the price slowed down a little, yes, and I gave out opportunity on the daily time frame perspective and I think daily time frame perspective, I shared that during the week where we should be expecting more buy from that zone. So overall for that week, this also moved well and it did exceptionally great before the end of the week. As you can see, it's moved 150 pips again. It got towards the price level, which I've analyzed before now. Can you see that? So I'm taking this one out. If you want to confirm, check the previous videos. I've talked about this before, and this was the exact projection I gave out there. So for this week, I'm not talking about this. Let's see how the price reacts with that. Maybe probably on 1 hour time frame, we could be having a zone to work with, probably a structure whereby if the price actually sells a little bit, can sell down into this level. If we want to buy or sell from there, I won't be able to tell now. But let's see, because this is this group in pounds anyways. So a lot is coming up on this. Let's see how it reacts. This is the outlook I'm looking at. Expecting a reaction when the price gets here. If it sells, yes. If it goes for a sell, this is what I'll be expecting to see, probably to sell more. All right. That is just on the Great Pounds Canadian dollar on 1 hour time frame perspective. This is what it looks like on the 4 hours, but the outlook is on 1 hour. So check it out. Then that's all. On this one particularly, well, good. On the daily, I told you we had a series of buy and a series of sell, okay? But at the same time, we have the entire range just been consolidating over the time. So to check it out on the weekly time frame perspective, over 8 weeks now, we've been having such energy within that about 6, 7 weeks now. We've been having that ranging and consolidating energy. On daily time frame perspective, something similar is going on like that. And we have a zone where we want to sell from on the daily time frame, which was here around 4,998. And the price did not get there before it started selling off. So we lowered the time frame to where we can find another opportunity on the 4 hour time frame structure. And you can see that this is our zone where we want to sell from as the 1 point, sorry, this level, 4,786. That's where we want to enter itself from. And the price did not get into it. Just about 4,765, price started selling off. And you can see it has moved significantly in a bearish direction a little bit then. We're not part of this anyways. So I gave out something like this on 45 minutes time frame outlook, which I said we should be looking for a sell. Honestly, I've tried on this guy, but it's not just eating. So right there, the price did not get into this zone and it started selling a little bit as well. But regardless of all of this, I'm going to take out this 4 hour time frame. Let me take out this 4 hour time frame so I don't have too much of a thing on my chart. So what I'll be leaving is the 45 minutes time frame outlook, which is here. I would love to see more buy right there. I would love to see more buy. If I see this buy, then it looks good for me to expect the price to actually sell down into this zone. And in the future, I'll be talking about the zone. I'll be looking for a buy opportunity from there. So right here is looking good for a sell. All right. That is what I have on the gold for this week. On the BTC US dollar, if you go to the weekly time frame perspective, I've shared this before now. I said we're looking for more bullish energy, and this is our target at 90,000 on the weekly time frame perspective. On the daily time frame perspective, we're looking at what the markets we do because we have a supply zone. We'll be looking for a sell in the future, and that is sitting around 90,000 as well, as you can see. And ever since then, we've been looking for more buy. Ever since the price was here around February, you remember? I've been talking about this, that keep buying, keep buying, keep buying. And currently we're sitting on 80,068. And well, I'm still looking for more bullish momentum, which means I'm going to extend this guy to this level. Just to tell you that we've covered over 60% of what we're expecting from this entire momentum. And for this week, what are we looking for? More sell. Then let me go to the lower time frame perspective and see if you can actually get a one or two insights from what the market has done so far so well. Okay, so on the BTC US dollar, this is it. Yeah, we have the it's still more of a buy momentum, anyways. It's still looking bullish. Trust me, it's still looking bullish. There is no zone here I want to work with. I don't have any zone here. Everything is clean down. I don't have any zone. I'm not seeing anything here. Seriously, excuse me. Only to see below this price level and price tap out, but for what? Why? There's no reason right there. So I'm not saying this is the only one we could have, but it didn't break the previous structure. So I'm not really saying anything here. But overall, I'm looking for more buy on this one on daily time frame, looking for more buy till the price gets in here. Can you see? You can see I've talked about these things before now, so I'm taking them out. I'm looking for the buy that we get into this level. So this is the outlook I have on this one for this week on BTC US dollar. Let's talk about the other guy, XAGUSD. That is silver. Last week I gave out silver momentum. I gave out silver call rather on the 4-hour time frame perspective. As you can see, this was the level I gave it out for a sell. When it gets here. So it bought really during the week. I gave out I think it was on 1 hour. I think 1 hour. Yes, this is 1 hour time frame. I gave out a buy on 1 hour time frame. I gave out two zones. This one did not play out. I'm taking it out now. This one played out and it delivered massively well to the zone we want to see a sell from. And you can see my projection line. My projection line also suggested that what we're looking for the buy that we get into that zone and blah 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 blah. So far so well. Well, this is what the market has done so far. And taking out this one, we're done with it. It's a good one for the week. And on the 4 hour time frame perspective, this is what it looks like. So what are we looking for? Well, I want to see if the price is going to take out this low here, and the price will be taking out this low structure, then it should be a good opportunity for us to continue selling. All right. And if that should be possible, then I'll be looking for more buy at the lower price level. Like, let me see if we have a zone on 1 hour time frame. Well, we have a zone. We have a zone around there. This is a zone here. We have a zone around here. 1 hour time frame perspective. We have a zone here. So yeah, I want to see if the price is going to break below here. If the price breaks below here, then it should be a good opportunity. This would be a good spot for us to take profit if you're selling all the way below this price level. So this is more or less like a failure swing from a formation of M, which is yet to break the previous low structure, and you can go on and on with all of those terminologies and the rest. But this is what I'm looking at. This is what I'm looking at right now. So that is that on this one. Let's talk about the wheaty, which is the probably the last one I'll be talking about for this week. Okay, last week I gave out this structure, which I said I'll be looking for more sell on it if the price actually gets into this range. Price did not get there, but it moved as I expected. That over the at the beginning of the week, market should open this way, move into that range before selling, blah blah blah. But it didn't go into the other block level for the 1 hour time frame. What we saw was a significant sell energy, which the price actually delivered the sell this much. Can you see into my level? This is my arrow, and that's where around that level the market got into. So for this week, what am I looking for on Wheaty? Well, since that level did not play out before now, sure, I'll go to 4 hour time frame. I don't have much energy for this one's. I'm removing this projection line. Also, should I be removing this? Yeah, I'm taking this one out too. So if you look at this, it means that on the 1 hour time frame, we could actually be doing something on 4 hours. Let's say 4 hours. This is 4 hours. I still like it though. I still like this 4 hour time frame. I still like the way it's looking. It's more or less we have something like this. Price tapped into it, which I do not really. I'm not a fan of a tap this on. So let me go to a lower time frame. I want to still see if the market will still be coming into this range. Okay, that range I'm still holding it. I'm still holding it. Holding it high the neck. All right. So, well, if the price still comes back here, because now we have a zone which tells us more like this is the resistance zone, this is a resistance zone, this is a resistance zone, this is a resistance zone, and above resistance zone, what do we have? We have liquidity. So liquidity are moving to where the money is, other block, and this is why we're looking for more buy on this one till the price gets here before I short it again. So far, so well. This is what I have for this one on this wheaty. This is for this week. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think I've talked about small and thin currency pairs already. Thank you very much for watching. Share, like, and subscribe to this. I can talk more about some other currency pairs and assets in the future. Comment and let me know what you through it, and I can talk about it in the next one. I wish you a very good week ahead of you through proper risk management, and I wish you all the best. Okay, bye for now.